Today we are taking last year's planners and reusing them so they don't go to waste. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today what we're going to do is taking our old calendars from last year and repurposing them so they don't go to waste. I've got 5 different ways that you can use old planners in a different way. It doesn't have to be a planner, you can use it for many different things. This one is a free one that my husband gets every year from one of his suppliers, and he always gives it to me because I really like the layout of it. But this year I've sort of grown out of it and I didn't use it at all. This one is actually from 2018 and I did try to use it, but it just didn't work for me. I just found it too dark and it didn't work, so we're going to find ways to use that one as well. And this is my Erin Condren. I did talk about this back in December. A lot of the pages are still blank and usable. So what can we do with these planners? I have 5 different things that you can do with old planners, and the first one is a journal. So what you could do, this one especially, since it's got horizontal lines, it does have this one vertical line, but if that doesn't bother you, then you can use this one as a journal. I would put washi down the side over the times and a sticker over the date. You can also cover the days, or maybe it's just going to be Wednesday and you write in the date. It does say March and week. You can cover those with stickers, or you can also take the pages out, sew them down the side, and cut off the top of them to make a little paper journal. This one would be a little bit more difficult to use as a journal because you have the times really dark in your way, but there are some blank pages like this that you can rip out and use as journals that way. Same with this one. I don't think this one would be the greatest for a journal because they're in blocks, but again it does have note pages that you can take out and reuse. This one, however, would make a great memory planner, and that is my second suggestion. You could put pictures in these little blocks and write little blurbs of things that happen. You could change out the dates or just run washi right across that whole section so that it covers it up, and you can rewrite it or do whatever you want, or not even have the dates. You could write the dates in. It doesn't have to be a week, this could be a month, this could be a day, and you can write in times or dates or whatever next to the photos or the little blurbs that you write in. Plus you've got room here to write and lists down here, so it's very versatile as a memory keeper. This one I think a little less as a memory keeper. It's just a little bit too busy for that. This one will work quite well because you've got lots of room to write. You could add pictures. You can cover this part with a picture or a journaling card from Project Life or something like that. Now I don't have a horizontal planner that is dated, but this one is undated, so I'm just going to use it as an example. This one would be great for a memory planner or a journal because it's got the horizontal lines, and if you didn't want the days, again, you could put washi down. This could be one day or a week or whatever. It doesn't have to be what's written here because you can always cover it up. If you like the planner, but maybe you bought it on sale in October or something when it was pretty much too late to use it, what you could do is change out the date. And I've shown this in my washi video, which I will link right here. So what you do is you take washi or a sticker or something and you cover up the dates, and then you put on a label or something else and you write the new true date on top. You can do that with this one as well. Basically here it's just the year and the number. The number is very small, so it's super easy to switch out. This one, well, it would just be a strip of washi and then putting in either new number stickers or something else. Basically, you want to hide what's wrong and add what is the current date. So it's super easy to change up a planner if you really like the way it works. It just takes a little time and creativity, and it's actually really fun. You could also make a mini notebook. Let's try this one. This is probably the best one. You could cut down the pages and then maybe stitch them or staple them or whatever, so you have a little notebook next to your desk to jot things down. And especially with the lines like this, it's really great to have for a little notebook. This one actually has a notes section at the back, and it's actually perforated, so you could rip them out, and I will show you how I make a notebook out of that in just a minute. I have a tutorial to show you different ways that you can do that. But first we're going to move on to number 5. Number 5 is breaking up the parts of your planner and reusing them. So you could either cut out these pages and glue them into new planners, or you can, like I said, make a notebook out of them or use them in other ways. This one, I think you could cut out each individual strip, sew or staple them at the top, and then you have like a long notebook, like a list, maybe for shopping lists or other things like that. The notes section in the back of many planners is also a great way to make a notebook, and I'm going to show you that in a minute as well. Sometimes the fronts of planners have goal setting. So you could reuse the beginning of your planner and either stick it in your current planner or put it in a folder or some sort of planner like that as well. You could also take pages, especially to these ones because it's smaller, you could take the pages out, cut them down, and put them into a ring planner. Another thing, maybe you like the way the month is laid out in the planner but you didn't use those. You could maybe take these out and put them on your wall to have an overview of the month right in front of you. You could also cut out the little note sections of each month and have this would make another great little grocery list. Use your imagination. Look at the old planners that you have and see what you could use them for. Break up all those little parts and really use your imagination and see how your brain works and what you could use those pieces for. Okay, let's get into the tutorial. Of course, this could be for any planner. It doesn't have to be planners that are old. It could be a planner that you bought and then decided wasn't going to work for your daily planner, but it has bits and pieces in it that you can use to keep yourself organized. So if you have any kind of planner at home, whether it be from last year or just one that you're not using, these tips are for you. Okay, let's get going. Now, I know that some people don't like when you rip up planners. I don't mind. But if you do, then look away. I'm going to rip out some pages. You want to get as close, you can actually cut them, but I'm too lazy. You want to get as close to the binding as possible so you have as much paper as you can. I'm going to make a little horizontal notebook, so what I need is to chop off the top and sew down the middle. I don't know if this is going to, I'm going to chop off the bottom too because it's a bit odd. Now, I have the dates on either side, so I can either leave it like this, and when I come to the dates, I can cover it with washi. But since this is just going to be a little notebook, I'm going to take, not the dates, the times off. And you always have to remember or check what's on the other side of the pages, because sometimes, I probably should have measured that to make sure I was doing it evenly, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, you always want to check what's on the back, because not all pages are the same in your planner, of course. This guy, now I can either skip these pages when I find them in my book, or I can cover them with washi. So I'm going to leave him in here for now because he's already cut, and I'm going to go sew that down the middle. There, that was quick and easy. Since it had the line down the middle, I just used that as a guide. Now you can add a piece of cardstock or pattern paper for a cover as well. Just know that it's going to be a bit thicker and you're going to need like a thicker needle. And then you just fold along the stitching, and if your paper's thicker, you may have to finagle it. And then you have a little notebook that you can either put in your purse with you, have lists that way, and it's super cute. You can even round the corners. All right, let's do something else. Let's make a shopping list with this one. So let's take out a few pages. This is actually quite thicker than I thought it was going to be, so I'm going to just only take half because I don't know if my stapler will go through that. Again, you can put a cover with pattern paper, but I think I'm just going to staple it like this because it's already thick enough. And yeah, it's not working. Yeah, it's already too thick. So I'm going to take some more out. And then if you like, you can cover up the staples with a little bit of pretty washi. So let's do that. And there's a cute little shopping list, or you can put it next to your desk to jot down notes, or you can actually put that in a pocket in your planner. You could even take a wider piece and staple that as well, and then you could punch holes in this, so then this little notebook can go in a ring planner. Alright, one last tutorial. Lastly, I'm going to take the notebook section from the back. Where is it? I'm going to make a little insert for my TN. So I'll probably take 20 pages or so. These are actually numbered, and like I said, these are perforated, so I can rip these out. And since it's perforated, it's a little ragged, so, and plus that one didn't rip very well, I'm just going to trim off the edge to make it nice and smooth. And then these are slightly rounded, so I'm going to just round off the littlest tip off of these. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it in half and make a little insert. First, what I'm going to do is fold the very first page, and that fold will act as a guide for my machine, so I know that I'm going straight. So that fold is going to act as my guide, so I can stitch straight along the fold. So I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Again, trim the threads, fold it up, get this straight, and there I have a little insert. Now this is smaller than my A5, but that's okay. You can put smaller things into different planners. So let's give this a go. I still have my Christmas planner in here because it's fun and I don't want to take it out yet. I do have an elastic here somewhere, so I don't have to sacrifice the Christmas to put this guy in. There, and now you have note paper, and you can, because it's stitched, it's really easy to like rip off a piece if you want to use it as notebook paper. Just rip it out, but then make sure that the next one you take is the back one, because that's going to be loose now. Or take them both out. So I hope you like these tutorials and all my 5 tips. So there was, just to review, there was the journal, the memory keeper, then make a completely new planner by changing out the dates, make a little mini notebook, or cut up the different parts and use all of the bits for different things in your planner. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I am back on Sunday with the best way to use your Sunday to have your best week. So I will see you then. There are a few videos in the description box below that you can watch to help you make these. They go into a little bit more detail than I have today. You can click on my little face here to subscribe. Otherwise, you can watch these 2 videos here. Have a fantastic day and happy planning. And the first one, in a minute I have a little